It's Saturday, and you know what that means. The Nick Weitoish Show, November 29th, 2025. This is also and is the official WarGames Survivor Series WarGames preview show here on Sleeper Sports Media and the Nick Weitoish Show. We have a stacked card coming to you live from San Diego and Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres in San Diego, California. Massive baseball stadium, beautiful baseball stadium. Expected well over 45,000 fans tonight for John Cena's final Survivor Series, John Cena's final WarGames match. John Cena's not in the WarGames match, but final match at WarGames, final match at Survivor Series, final match in San Diego, and he is putting his Intercontinental Championship on the line for that, but we'll get into that once we get to that match. This is, again, the Nick Weitoish Show, and we cannot start without thanking our partners over at No Dirt Sheets and our friend London for Surfshark VPN, and this is how we are able to watch the show tonight on Netflix and not have to pay for ESPN. We don't need another subscription in our lives, so we use Surfshark VPN, connects to the Canada servers and set your location in Canada, and then you're able to watch, or any location that has Netflix, has the PLEs on Netflix for that specific market, and you are able to watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, as well as the PLEs, all on Netflix, and not have to pay for the individual services that you need to watch and enjoy everything that is WWE. We also want to thank our new partner, Advanced.gg, some energy supplements. I just got my starter kit here in the mail today, so review on that later. You'll see the logos here and as well as the links in the description below. And then, of course, we are back and rolling and rocking in business at shopssm.com. That link will be in the description below as well. Hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, hats, and more stuff to come soon. That all will help support me here at Sleeper Sports Media, help support the channel, and get some cool, comfortable t-shirts and hoodies and everything. They're the Gildan brand and Comfort Colors, which is a very nice t-shirt that I have from Shank It Golf, one of my old brands that I was an ambassador for, and still love that the shirt is so comfortable and it fits nice. So we got those up on the shopssm.com, so go and get some merch, as well as No Dirt Sheets merch is available at bodyslam.com or bodyslam.com. The link will be up there as well, and we will now get into the preview video for Survivor Series WarGames 2025. Again, shout out to Survivor Series WarGames for being today. Shout out to Advanced.gg for being, and shopssm.com for being the presenting sponsors for me and partners for me. WarGames Survivor Series, one of my favorite shows of the year. We are going to get into it right now. We start things off with the women's WarGames match. Here you can see ESPN, Netflix, and Surfshark, the logos up there just to start, as well as Advanced.gg if you need energy or hydration packets and shakers. Cool designs for the shakers on the website there. Link is again down in the description. This is live on ESPN or Netflix if you have Surfshark VPN, but we have Team Rhea versus Team Becky. Yes, I know AJ Lee is front and center, same spot as Becky, but she just coming back, kind of similar to how Punk came about last year with Heyman there. But we have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss against Lash legend Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, and of course the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. This match should be good. I see this one going on second behind, I think, Dom and Cena open the show up, then the women's WarGames match, and then the women's world title, and then the men's. I see them going that way, or maybe they open up with the women's world title. The order I don't think has been released. I haven't been able to look around on Twitter and check yet, but more on that if I do find it here. Again, then we go to the Women's World Championship, Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. This one was kind of thrown together very last minute. I'm guessing they don't want to give Stephanie a match against someone that could, actually outshine her in, aura or charisma or ability to talk on the mic. Not presentation, because her presentation's pretty good, but Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vaquer goes down tonight. That goes into the men's WarGames match. that will feature the Usos, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre, The Vision, and Brock Lesnar. Team Heyman versus Team Roman is what it boils down to. Cody, it's funny that Cody says that and mentions that Heyman's going to build someone up and then Cody will go out and beat them with two former Paul Heyman guys on his team. That kind of points to a direction of something that I've been wanting to see for quite some time, and that is Cody finally turning heel. I saw something that said Roman and the Usos could turn heel and just take us back to 2022 and 2021 to 24, and the three of them turn heel and then go off, and the Usos go after the tag titles, either one, and Roman goes after a title, again, either one. As we saw him on Raw, the go-home show, where he said those titles would look better, or that title would look a lot better on my shoulder, and left Punk and Cody both confused, saying which one, and our tribal chief left us with, that's for you to figure out. So I'm hoping something big happens tonight, and they surprise us, they take us down a path, and then swerve us at the last possible second, but it's gearing up to be the same thing over and over again. No surprises, I don't think, are planned. Reports that I saw that they were still figuring out the order of the matches, and for the men's, and to see who's going to go out when, who's going to be in the ring with who. Ultimately, I think Brock Lesnar should be the last one out for his team, and Roman Reigns should be the last one out for his team. I don't see how Brock is going to be kept in a cage with his team. I think between him, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul being as big as they are, Braun Breaker's not, and McIntyre are not short either. But good Lord, I definitely don't see how they are going to have all five of them or all four of them in a cage at one time. Given that now I know they have the advantage, so there'll be more space as it goes along. But it's tough for me to say who I think is going to win. I know the heels have the advantage, so Team Vision does have the advantage with Logan Paul having pinned Jimmy Uso on Monday Night Raw in the tag match for the advantage match, but I don't know. Everything points to the heel should win, so somehow, some way, it does feel like what WWE loves to do is for no reason at all have the faces win when they absolutely should not win, and we're going to likely see Cody have to get the pin. Who he's going to pin, who knows? At this point, him and Drew, I don't know how what would Drew do if he would pin Drew? There's no feasible reason why he should pin Lesnar. If Lesnar's taken out with everyone's finisher, it definitely shouldn't be Cody being the last finisher that puts him away. That's for sure. Although it is kind of fitting that he would need every other finisher to happen and then put him away with his little soft finisher there. That move don't hurt nobody. But that is some thoughts on the men's WarGames match there, and we'll take a look at the next match here on the card. John Cena versus Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship in Dom's hometown, the hometown kid. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets cheered or if he gets booed. Given that it is Cena, I know they're probably going to boo him, and he'll get the similar reaction that he got in Boston when him and Cena had their first matchup for the Intercontinental Championship. Dom was one of the longest running champions in WWE since having won the title at WrestleMania. All the other titles have gone through changes and flip-flop. Cody has hit 100 days plus. Charlotte and Alexa recently hit 100 days and then lost the titles. So I see Dom winning this one and getting the title back. So Cena goes into his final match not as a champion. He's not going to retire as the Intercontinental Champion and then vacate it or anything like that, because that would have to have him win in his final match. I think he should go out looking at the lights and putting a younger talent over, since that's what he's talked about so much. With that being said, the final four are not much younger than him. So, but more on that final match for John Cena at Saturday night's main event. on December 13th in Washington, D.C., when we get over to Monthly Mania on Championship Harvest's channel. And we do that, our monthly show, on Saturday, December 13th, for Saturday night's main event. So Dom and Cena, again, I think that is either going to open the show or that could co-main. They could do the women's title match, the women's WarGames match, or vice versa, open with the women's WarGames match. I believe that's what they've done in the past a lot since they've done and brought WarGames back for the last 3 or 4 years, I believe. So we could see the women's WarGames match open up the show, then the women's title, and then Dom and Cena, or vice versa, and flip any one of those three, really, until we see the order come out from WWE. I think everything there in match order is just speculation. And there's only 4 matches on the card, which is kind of insane. I still think they could have put the traditional Survivor Series elimination match that they had last night on SmackDown onto this card, but here we are, and another 4-card match. I get it, the WarGames is going to take longer, but still, I mean, you could still have 2 more matches. You could have 2 more matches, and give each of those 3 matches 20 minutes, right? Or 4 matches, 20 minutes each, and then you could have, or adjust the times accordingly, and then you could do an hour for each WarGames match. That's no different than what the PLEs have been, because 2-hour PLE versus a 2-hour episode of Raw. That's why so many people say this, and it gets on my nerves. This could have been on Raw, this could have been on SmackDown, but the PLE build off, the timing is just, I miss the longer PLEs. Yes, it is nice to be done at about 10 o'clock, but it just is what it is at this point. We have 4 matches tonight on the card, and that's WarGames, that's Survivor Series, and then that's our final PLE of the year for the main roster at least, and then we go over to NXT Deadline, which is on the 6th, and then we have Saturday night's main event on the 13th, and then it's just a short period of time between there and the Royal Rumble, and then we are officially on the road to WrestleMania 42. I talked about the women's teaser video the other day in the show on yesterday, so my thoughts on that are out there, and then we will also have a separate SmackDown review video out there. Normally I do throw those together here, but this will just be the WarGames predictions, or not predictions, but the WarGames preview. Article is going to be up on the Patreon here shortly, as well as Blogger, and then of course over on Facebook in the groups and the page and everything like that. So thank you everyone for watching, viewing, and subscribing here on the Nick Weitoish Show for November 29, 2025, presented by ShopSSM.com, as well as Advanced.gg supplements. This is Sleeper Sports Media, and we will be live posting for WarGames on the Facebook page and all the other things out there. So go over to all the links that I mentioned before. They're all down there. A way to support me and the channel here. I also support No Dirt Sheets and all of our good friends as well. So thanks again for watching. I'm Nick Weitoish, and here we go.